Shalom and welcome to Voice of Torah podcast, presented by Beit Yisrael International, where the eternal wisdom of Torah meets the heartbeat of today's world. I'm Gaddi Efrayim, and each week we journey together through the sacred scroll of Torah, uncovering divine lessons, ancestral echoes, and soul-rooted guidance, one Parsha, one verse, one revelation at a time. This week we enter Parashat Shoftim, Judges, a portion that serves as the Torah's blueprint for righteous leadership and justice. It begins with the command to appoint judges and officers, establishing the framework for a society rooted in fairness and accountability. It continues with laws for kings, priests, and prophets, setting the standard for humility, holiness, and guidance in governance. We also learn of the cities of refuge, havens of mercy for those who take life unintentionally, as well as the Torah's treatment of false witnesses and the pursuit of absolute truth in testimony. Shoftim further outlines principles of warfare, emphasizing restraint, moral conduct, and the pursuit of peace before conflict. Finally, it concludes with the solemn rite performed in the case of an unsolved murder, a ritual reminding us that even one lost life reverberates through the entire community. In this Parsha, we find not just legal detail, but a prophetic vision of what a holy nation looks like, where justice flows like water, leadership is tempered with humility, and every action reflects the divine presence in our midst. Thank you for listening to Voices of Torah podcast from Beit Yisrael International. Stay tuned, stay rooted, and stay inspired as we continue walking the ancient path lit by the light of Torah.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking into Parashat Shoftim, Judges. It's often called like a prophetic constitution, right, for a holy society. Yeah, and we're pulling insights from two really deep sources: the Gaddi Efrayim notes and wisdom from Beit Yisrael International. Our goal: to see how these teachings give you a kind of blueprint for, well, divine alignment, justice, humility, and real community responsibility. Okay, let's get into it. It's pretty interesting that Shoftim is read during Elul. Beit Yisrael International highlights this time, this month of, soul searching before the high holy days.
Exactly, and Gaddi Efrayim notes really unpack that verse. Judges and officers you shall appoint in all your gates. Explains these aren't just like city gates, they're the gates of your body: eyes, ears, mouth, the heart.
So you become your own sanctuary with inner judges.
Precisely. Especially during Elul, you're meant to guard what comes in and goes out. It's about self-governance, really.
That's powerful, turning inward like that. And Gaddi Efrayim notes points out the repetition: justice, justice you shall pursue.
Right, tzedek teared off.
It's not just getting justice, but how you pursue it. The methods matter just as much. That makes it so personal, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Integrity every step of the way. And that leads right into the idea of Malchut, kingship.
Leadership.
Right. Beit Yisrael International draws this sharp contrast.
Yeah.
The world often values powerful, maybe wealthy rulers. But the Torah's ideal king, it's all about humility.
So true strength isn't like dominion or showing off power.
Not at all. Gaddi Efrayim notes explains the king's real power is embodying the Torah, carrying it, living it. His greatness comes from humility, from awe of heaven. It kind of foreshadows the Mashiach, whose leadership is spiritual alignment, not conquest.
That really flips the script on our usual ideas of power.
Doesn't it? It challenges everything.
Okay, let's shift a bit. What about prophecy? Gaddi Efrayim notes has a unique take here, too.
Yeah, it describes prophecy not as just telling the future, but as the Shekinah, the divine presence, sort of breathing through a worthy person.
A vessel.
A vessel, exactly. And Beit Yisrael International adds that technically any generation could have a prophet. It depends on the people's collective purity, whether they create the space for that voice.
That's quite a thought. And this focus on compassion seems to run deep. What about the cities of refuge?
Ah, yes. Beit Yisrael International sees them as a metaphor for God's compassion, a safe place for someone who caused an accidental death. Gaddi Efrayim notes deepens that. It likens them to spaces for teshuvah, for real repentance and return, a sanctuary for the soul that's gone astray but wants to come back.
Like a spiritual safety net.
Sort of. Echoing the Baal Shem Tov, even one sincere act of return can be a refuge.
And this care for life, it even extends into the laws of war, which seems counterintuitive at first.
It does, but Beit Yisrael International points out the sacred restraint involved. And Gaddi Efrayim notes highlights these amazing exemptions.
Right, the soldier who just built a home or planted a vineyard or got married.
They're sent home. It emphasizes peace, family, building the future, even protecting fruit trees, symbols of life.
Incredible. It shows such a profound value system.
And it culminates in that ritual of the Igla Rufa, the heifer, when a body is found and the killer is unknown. The elders declare, "Our hands didn't shed this blood. Our eyes didn't see it." Gaddi Efrayim explains this isn't just denial.
And it's more.
It's deep communal soul-searching. Did we fail this person? Did we not provide, not protect? Beit Yisrael International says this ritual actually cleanses the land. It shows the Torah's radical value for every single life.
It really makes you think, what's our collective responsibility for the people around us, even strangers?
It's a huge question. And what's brilliant is how Gaddi Efrayim ties all these threads together. The whole structure of Shoftim mirrors the inner soul. Judges are disciplined. Kingship is self-leadership. Prophecy is conscience.
Cities of refuge are spaces for teshuvah.
And war becomes our own spiritual battles. It's all internal as well as external.
That's a fantastic way to look at it. And the final image that ties it all together. For man is a tree of the field.
Beautiful, isn't it? Gaddi Efrayim unpacks it. Like a tree needs roots and water to bear fruit, the soul needs its grounding to produce righteousness. The righteous are the fruit-bearing trees.
And Beit Yisrael International brings it right back to Elul.
Yes, calling each of us right now to be that tree. Reach up, root down in Torah, bear good fruit as we head towards the days of awe.
So wrapping up, these sources, Beit Yisrael International, Gaddi Efrayim notes, they show Shoftim isn't just history or law. It's a living Torah of the soul.
Absolutely. It's a call to awaken justice inside you, find humility in how you lead or act, seek clarity, show mercy, and feel real responsibility for others.
So here's a thought to leave you with. How can you personally start implementing this inner constitution day to day? How can you live more like that fruit-bearing tree rooted in purpose this month and all year long?